Hello.
Hi,
It's me, Joseph, and this is
Simone.
yeah, that's my wife. Um, so we've been doing a series on different BBC miniseries. So we're doing a series on series, not like the Apple program like Siri, where's the nearest movie?
A
But,
series
you know,
on series,
yeah, and we're very serious about it too. Um,
obviously.
This one, this one's for the 1990 something version of Middlemarch. It was a BBC miniseries which was like 8 hours long, I think.
I don't know.
Um, yeah, I don't know if Simone and I can both barely comment
I
on.
think this is mostly
I
you.
watched the whole thing.
I think this is mostly you because I started. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it sounds. To me, it sounded and looked extremely boring. I
Yeah.
started watching and kind of really quickly walked out because this is too boring.
It's definitely an old woman's drama. I mean, I don't want to offend anybody in case you're an old woman
I think
out
you're
there.
only
Like,
offending yourself, if anything.
oh, that's kind of true. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Middlemarch. Let me. Okay, well let's talk about the positive. Okay, from what you did, you didn't see everything. Tell me some of the positive that you liked. Okay, I think that maybe that says it. No, okay, go ahead.
No, I don't, because
Can you barely remember it or something?
oh,
Or?
no, I remember some of the faces.
Okay, you remember some of the faces. That's great. To me, okay, I liked Middlemarch. Overall, I liked it.
I like the ending. That I
I
remember.
like the ending, which is very important because like, you can have a series that's really interesting and keeps you going. You're like, oh, great, but then if the ending is not satisfying,
I get annoyed.
you get annoyed. Yeah, exactly. Which is what would happen with Little Dorrit and with Tess de Duberville,
Yeah.
So this one was kind of more of a slow burn. It wasn't like always
Which is
like
why I walked out.
yeah, it was a very very slow burn for Simone, but the acting is great. The characters are really well drawn out. Like all the characters are likable, and you can kind of understand them all. You see where they're coming from. So that I really liked. I like that there's you have this town of Middlemarch, and you kind of have. You're like, because
No, I feel like
yeah,
that. Like
yeah,
I
you got a little
along
bit.
by this.
Yeah. Okay, all right,
It's
sure.
okay.
You did. She was doing the dishes while I was just kind of like watching TV, so I appreciate that. So yeah, you have different characters in the town of Middlemarch. It's a fictional city, and it follows them. They're all trying to make a big difference in the world by means of Middlemarch, and there isn't really a lot of really big dramatic events that happen in these people's lives. It's not like tons of people are dying or like getting divorced, or there's not like a ton of love triangles or anything.
Well, that way it fits to like a small town.
Yeah, exactly.
Small town things.
So it like I said, it's a slow burn. The acting is good. The story is not a story that grabs you. It's not like a ton of plot as you would. Whereas Little Dorrit, it was just overloaded with plot. Tess had a lot of plot, like lots of things that were happening. Then this happened. Then this happened. Then this happened. This was just kind of more of a succession of events, and it was more of a focus on the characters. So it's almost like a movie like that. I feel like your English teacher would force you to watch in school or something, because
And then I would
it's
fall asleep.
because yeah, and you would fall asleep, but because it's so accurate. I imagine it's really accurate to the novel. The pace is not quick, but it's like I said, it's accurate to the novel. Probably, I've never read the novel, but I can tell like it probably is. And the characters, all in technical terms, great marks. So I give it a thumbs up. But I also, at the same time, don't recommend it for everybody, because if you're just starting watching BBC miniseries, I definitely would not
It might
start with
demotivate you a little bit.
You might be like, these, I understand why these are so boring, and I don't think you would want to continue if you just started off with this one. So I think this is a bit more of an advanced miniseries, in a way.
I think for me, because I got a little bit. I could hold interest in the beginning,
Yeah.
then I lost it very quickly, and then I kind of sort of regained it toward the end.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I don't feel like I missed out.
right, exactly. I mean, but I think that's a flaw. You know, I mean, like I don't think a good miniseries isn't a good. The definition of a good miniseries isn't necessarily just if they stay as accurate as possible to the novel,
Hmm.
because otherwise you might as well just read the novel. You know, that
Yeah.
you need to like present it in a way that you can. The narrative is good for the screen, and maybe in that sense they didn't pay so much attention to it. Like they weren't thinking about how they can adapt it to the screen to make it a watchable version for everybody. You know,
Mhm.
and I think it was accurate. The acting was great, like I mentioned, but it just wasn't. I don't think it was. It'll be watchable for everybody.
You have to be very interested in the story.
Yeah, you have to. Maybe if you read the book already, you'll be like, oh, I want to see
Yeah.
like the.
Well, yeah, I guess actually, if you read the book, then
Yeah.
it might be super interesting because it might actually keep so close to the story of the book.
Yeah. So I feel like this is not like a series that like, hey, everybody's got to watch. It's not like a must see page turner kind of. Well, I mean, obviously you wouldn't turn the pages of a miniseries, but you know what I'm saying. It's not like a
Content
on the
wise.
edge of your seat kind of series where you're like, what's gonna happen next? You know,
It's
it's a
not-
slow
it's not-
burn,
it's not
a
a
very
movie
slow
kind
burn.
of-
It's a simmer. It's a simmer. Yeah. Okay, so I give a thumbs up. You can't. Even, I mean, they're not gonna give it
I'm not gonna
anything
say
because you're
anything.
not qualified to give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. You give it
I support it.
you give it a fist with no. You give it a stump.
I just give it
Yeah,
a fist.
exactly. Thanks for watching and check out our next video.
Bye.
Bye.